Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, dear ones. Hello and welcome. Today is all about compassion. So here we are on Monday, June 27th, 2022. And we have been cycling through and circling through our human stories. We have been experiencing so much upheaval, and we're also experiencing so much beauty and creation from the heart happening in our world. Today is all about compassion. Okay, got my microphone all set here. Quan Yin. So I've been feeling her energy for quite some time. And for those of you unfamiliar with the archetype, the goddess Quan Yin, she is a powerful healer. And I'm going to read a little bit about her from Megan Watterson's Feminine Oracle Guidebook. And before I do, I just want to say I hope that you're doing okay right now. And I want to bring in this nice deep breath for all of us here. Just take a deep breath and get centered. I'm getting a little notification that my frame rate is too low, but hopefully it's just working anyways. Looks like my Wi-Fi is all good, so I'm going to keep going. And so that I don't forget, I hope that you can join us this Wednesday evening, the 29th, for our monthly new moon circle. It's a women's healing and visioning circle for us to get together and support each other, and also to do some really powerful processes and practices together that are very deeply nurturing and healing on the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual levels. And that happens every month or right around the new moon. And you can register for free for that. I do ask for a donation if you can, and I'll make sure and put that information below for you. So compassion. Compassion is so needed, yes. I'm teaching a course right now called The Art of Compassion, in fact, and it has been my um lifelong, really it's become into my awareness at a certain point in my life that what I am here to do, my purpose is to be a vehicle for unconditional love and to assist all of us in remembering to hold space for everyone's suffering. And sometimes we can get really, really strong in our positions on things and send a lot of judgment others' ways around their position on things. And let's remember that we are all here in this space of witnessing suffering and that our intentions are to ease that suffering. And so maybe there are some people in the world that are inflicting suffering, but at the end of the day, those of us out here in the world living our lives, whatever side of any fence we're on, at the end of the day, we just want to come to peace. And it's all about disagreements on what that does that entail. And so I really want us to bring in the energy of compassion, compassion, compassion. And Kuan Yin is the embodiment of that. And so Kuan Yin is the powerful energy of giving witness to our own or to someone else's suffering. And here's the teaching. Often just a calm, abiding presence of compassion is all that is needed to transform that suffering into clear light. So today we're going to bring through some energy to support our endeavors in being able to witness each other's soul self, to see through the illusion of our differences and our disagreements, and to be able to go in and see the heart of that other person and seek to understand where they're coming from before making an assumption about who we think they are, what we think they're all about, based on certain things that they might believe. And so This can be very difficult. This can be very frustrating to the system. And so, in order to be able to witness each other through the lens of our hearts, is really what this is all about. To come to the position that we're coming not from all of up here in our head and what we think is right and wrong, but to come straight from the heart. This is the action that is most needed right now, to come straight from the heart. All right, so let's do a little meditation here today. And we're going to connect with the energy of this beautiful goddess named Quan Yin. Let me read just a little more what I wanted to read to you actually here. Just a little bit about her story. She represents the presence that listens deeply to our prayers spoken from our heart. Quan Yin is an incarnation of Avalokitesvara, the bodhisattva of compassion. She is known as the goddess of mercy and is considered to be the most beloved Buddhist deity. Her name translates in Chinese as the one who perceives the cries of the world. She is often compared to the Virgin Mary in Christianity because she intercedes on behalf of those who call out to her with humility and sincerity. And she does this unconditionally. There's not a selection that you're worthy or you're not worthy of receiving this compassion, that we're all worthy of receiving this compassion. And part of the story goes that she chose to stay here in our human realm in order to ease that suffering. And so I'm inviting us all to hold the space for our own suffering today with a deep witnessing of compassion, because perhaps there's a part of you that is struggling right now, maybe, or a part of you that maybe we can think of as the inner child that is confused or frustrated or overwhelmed, maybe. And I want you to imagine that you have this other part of you. Maybe even imagine her as Kuan Yin, that this part of you is so wise and so compassionate and so forgiving and so understanding, that she holds the space for you with this sense of curiosity that says, I want to understand you. I care about what you feel and think. And when we can do that for ourselves, we can more easily translate that into our relationships with others. Rather than jumping to conclusions, we can listen to what the other has to say and hold space for compassion for where they're coming from too. And this is truly what is going to be the healing force in our world, is the power and the strength of compassion. Compassion sounds maybe kind of soft, but really compassion is powerful. It takes great strength to sit and bear witness while someone who maybe you don't agree with is speaking and sharing, and to be able to listen behind the words to the suffering that's there, to listen behind the words and to feel into their heart space. Because after all, that is what we're asking of them as well, isn't it? We're asking for understanding. We're asking for compassion. So let's go over to the other side and try to understand what it is that they are feeling inside. To come from the feeling shared space rather than the reasoning space. That's how we're going to heal all of this. And so it starts with being able to do that for ourselves. And we all have this judge or inner critic inside of us, right? We need to have compassion for that as well. That we all have this program that was imprinted or instilled into our psyche long ago. So it's a lot to have compassion for, isn't it? It's a lot to hold space for, isn't it? So how do we create the capacity in ourselves to have space for all of that? Let's take a moment to do that right now. Let's take a moment and bring in the energy required. So I'd like you to intend to connect with your higher self, with the divine energy of love, and the highest vibrational frequency of light that is straight from the original divine source energy of life. And say yes to receiving this light of support as it comes down into your body and carries away any of the energy of resistance within you and washes it out with understanding, like pure healing, cleansing, clearing water. I actually have some water here with me right now. And I'd like you to remember that we're mostly water and that water is filled with consciousness and intelligence and life energy. And that whatever the energy that is being held in that water is what frequency you're going to vibrate at. So as you're receiving this spiritual energy into your mind, take a deep breath, inhale, and bring it into your mind, and then bring it down into your heart. And exhale and bring it into the water in your body. Now this water is alkaline water, and it's a very high vibrational water. It's been sitting in the sun as well. And I'm projecting all my love into this water. And I'm sending all my strength into this water and letting it know that I am protected and that I am safe and that no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And then I'm going to drink a little bit of it. And visualize this energy of calm, safety, security, and deep, abiding compassion going down into the body. I'm breathing it in and out and feeling that that water is moving through the water in your body, and it's shifting the energy of the water in your body to the highest frequency of compassion. And that is aligning you with the energy of Quan Yin, giving you the strength and the capacity and the ability to face the world rather than hide from it, to see from that bird's eye view of what is going on in our human family, all the conflict and chaos, to see it all playing out as this wound of suffering, rather than standing in this sense of needing to be justified. We can stand in the sense of witnessing it through the eyes of Kuan Yin, and that energy is so powerful that it has the ability to be a salve for that wound, and that in that way we are the solution, and in that way we are the keepers of the flame of love and light in the world, so that it can never be put out, that flame. It's an infinite, undying flame of co-creative love and light. And that is the embodiment of Kuan Yin that we can all embody. We can all be this powerful, strong, compassionate, open-hearted force of love and compassion for whatever they're feeling and I'm feeling, that we're all in the feeling tone of love and compassion, clearing the toxicity of any of the programming that has been instilled in us from the past that says that anyone is not good enough to receive love. So invite that into your heart right now. Invite this energy of compassion into your heart right now. Envision this beautiful light coming into your body right now. and allow it to flow down into Mother Earth, knowing that we are all in this space of witnessing with compassion that which is transpiring in our human family. And as we bring in the willingness to understand, we might learn something from another rather than vilifying them. Yes. Stay concerned most with your own heart space and receiving this love into your body and your mind and your heart right now as you walk through the challenges that you're facing in your life right now. As present as you can be with your family and your friends, with your home life, and with your personal dreams of what you're creating. Don't let all of the fear playing out in the world distract you or dampen your dreams. Your dreams are the very thing that matters the most. And that is the energy of Quan Yin. Compassion, 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 and empowerment through that compassion. I'm sending you blessings and love, and I now close this process with divine love and wisdom. Reach out if you need any support at all with your self-healing journey, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You can find me at rachelchase.com. I'm holding you in my heart and sending peace and blessings. Ciao for now, everyone.